In GT, it's still Westbrook by a second and a half from Collado. Ford from Ferrari with BMW.
Tell you what, Rossi went off at turn 1. He's rejoined. He's lost a fair bit of ground. He's lost probably 5 seconds with an off at turn 1. That's Alexander Rossi in third place.
Don't tell these guys that you can't race in these conditions, because they are absolutely on the outer edge of the performance envelope of the car. This is outstanding.
It's really tough out there right now.
There's nothing being left out. Nick Tandy's been off the circuit, coming onto the high banks at turn 6. Tandy back up into 5th position and gets back up to speed. 5th position in his class. Here comes the 31. Splish, splash. Jumping through the puddles at turn 6 and onto the bank section at Speedway turn 1. Every time he sees a car ahead of him now, he's got to have his heart in his mouth. Not that he doesn't think he can deal with it, but you have no clue where that car's going to go when it hits the brakes.
Well, you know, the braking is the scariest part, okay? Because you can control your acceleration with the knobs on your steering wheel, but how deep you can go in. How much has this corner changed from the last time you went there? And you can just see, just struggling right here. There's a big puddle, okay? And you're trying to find different lines through. Now get straight. Now go. Now pull the trigger. But
when you hit the water, you see the cars stop. The water is so deep, it's actually like putting an e-brake on the cars.
Back in the day, okay, and I know there are a lot of teams here that wish they could do it. Teams would have tire groovers, and you could open up the grooves in your tire to get more wet. So and that's kind of the situation that we would find ourselves in right now if you're running a team, is, you know, open up your grooves a little bit.
Matt Ludvigsen has just won the internet. This is the tweet of the week so far. Surely Rolex should be awarding not Daytonas this weekend, but Submariners. Very, very good watch knowledge there, Matt. That's outstanding stuff. The leader is still Felipe Nasr, 2 hours and 11 minutes to go. And it's Fernando Alonso now 2.4 seconds behind. That was a great last lap by Felipe Nasr. And has that broken the resolve of the Spaniard? Absolutely not.
No chance.
Rossi, though, dropped 11 seconds to the guys ahead of him on that last lap.
Yeah, and that was all out turn 1.
Oh, big lock by Alonso, has to cadence brake. The left front wheels absolutely locked as he went through to the West hairpin. But in our Porsche keys to the race, we said, don't panic. It was awesome car control. He was locked up. He did that thing that's counterintuitive, off the brakes and then back on again. 66 Ford has a problem. And the leader in GTD has had a spin, the 29. That's Daniel Morad. Now, that's turn 1 as well. Can he get that turned around and pointing in the right direction? He's lost the position. Through has got Lucas Stoltz in the 33 Mercedes. He's had to get reversed a couple of times and he drops back in. But I think he's dropped in behind Christian Engelhardt. He certainly lost the lead, and through goes Lucas Stoltz, and there's another car off down there, and I can't even identify it. The spray is so thick. It's one of the Mercedes, and it actually outdrags a prototype coming back on. And who was that who went long? It was, in fact, no, it wasn't the Mercedes, it was the BMW. It was Augusto Farfus.
Frederick Verbisch had an off on that last lap as well. He dropped several positions, a couple of positions in GT.
It's a bit easier to say who didn't have an off.
That's true.
Last time around. It's got all of a sudden got very, very serious.
He's extending his lead now.
Under 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes.
Oh, but he's struggling to get through. I mean, catch after catch after catch. I mean, I don't know who a great rally driver is, but that's what he's doing right now. He's doing
Sebastian Loeb or Sebastian Ogier would be absolutely delighted. It is the Monte Carlo rally this weekend, and there'll be just the same amount of car control going on in the hills around Monaco. This is outstanding stuff by Nasr. He's in the groove now, though. You can see by the body language of the car, Johnny O'Connell, that he's feeling more confident. Yes, he knows he's going to have to deal with stuff, but just the way he's putting the car into places on the circuit, he's confident enough to go down the inside and take some of the GTD cars. He's just sideswiped almost the Audi that he was going past there as he came out of the West Horseshoe, because he's confident that the car's going to go where he wants. And a spin for the Starworks number 8 car.
Exit
that car's gone around.
That's the bus stop, and
that's a dangerous place.
Could bring out the full course caution.
And Christopher Haas's gone off, and he is so experienced, and now he doesn't know what to do, Johnny, because he can't pull forward. And there's the 57 car going behind, had to go to to the left and go on the grass. That is very, very dangerous. Haji gets going again. And the 57 Caterpillar car with Catherine Lay in that car trying to make up positions. That was a split-second decision from Cat as well, as she had to take to the grass.
You know, this time in the race, I'd hate to be official, because we're seeing so many guys go off. The last thing you want to, and again, as we see, you know, when the Yuncos cars go off in one, so many guys are struggling right now in one. That you don't want to stop the racing, but the last thing you want is to, number one, you know, see about $10 million worth of wrecked race cars, but also more importantly, see somebody get hurt, and it is bad right now.
What I'm just going to say is, when people get round to turn one, I'll mention it. If they spin, I won't bother, because it's actually easier to do it that way. 7 minutes and 2 hours to go.
Closer this time.
Alonso. And Alonso goes by into the lead.
He's going to go through.
Nasr can't get slowed down.
Get that car slowed down. He had the cadence brake, and Alonso, having put the pressure on Felipe Nasr, has gone through, and Fernando Alonso has gone through into the lead, and the Cunningham and Alta number 10 car leads once again. Nasr will be kicking himself. That was a tiny mistake. He was maybe 6 or 8 feet too late on getting the car. The leader in GTD has gone round. Lucas Stoltz, and he looks like he stalled it. He stalled it as well. Engelhardt was right with him in the GRT, the Grasser Racing Lamborghini. That's going up onto the high banks at turn 6 as well. He spun down to the inside. Now he gets it going and gets it pointing in the right direction. So gets it up onto the banks and starts to pick up speed. I don't think there's any damage to that 33 Riley car. Well, it's all been happening. Right, the guys at the front of GTD, Morad first of all spun it off at turn 1. And then a few moments later, in fact, the last time around, the lead of the race overall, Felipe Nasr just lost the front end at the crucial time. Had no choice but to get off the brakes there, Johnny, and let it run long.
Oh, yeah, well, but he missed his mark by about a foot. That's all it took. He was in about a little bit deeper water and then wound up going straight. And Fernando is like, okay, thank you.
911 has gone off at the bus stop as well on the far side and is right in the middle of the exit. That again is Nick Tandy. Nick Tandy's used to cars moving around. He used to do short track ovals, and he can't keep the car pointing in the right direction. And all of a sudden, Porsche make a hydrofoil as he goes through a big puddle on the inside.
Yeah, the Porsche's a bit struggling. Vento is...
and you'd expect them to be good with the engine slightly further back.
Just made a pit stop.
Such challenging conditions and changing every single lap.
Yeah, and Farfus got past Calado, so the BMW ahead of the Ferrari last time around.
Generally, the BMW's looked good since the restart. It really has.
It's looked good all race.
Yeah,
actually.
Well, you know, you can make a case for a lot of people winning overall and winning their class, but surely if you let your heart rule your head, the BMWs in the first major international race after the death of Charlie Lamb on Thursday, that would be a very, very worthy set of winners, and there'd be a lot of emotion in that pit lane for that, and rightly so. Meantime, Fernando, and that's not saying that anybody else doesn't deserve to win, by the way. I'm just putting that out there. Fernando Alonso going into the infield, and I'm watching him through the binoculars, and it's every single part of the track as he now comes out of turn 6. The movement that he's doing on the wheel, he'll just be fingertips on the wheel, and he's just balancing it all the time. It's like driving on ice.
So soft.
Brilliant.
So soft. Minimal movement. And now, all right, let's put on our team manager hats right now. You got Kobayashi sitting, okay, to get in the car if you need him. Do you keep Fernando in to run it to the finish, or do you do a driver change? These guys are going to have to make another stop, maybe 2.
Intense concentration, isn't it? He's been in the wheel already for half an hour.
Yeah, but dude, there's a watch on the line, and I mean, this guy, he's doing this race because he wants to do something that hasn't been done.
Yeah, he could do the quadruple crown.
Yeah,
and it could be this year as well, of course. He's won the Le Mans 24 Hours. He's won, actually, whichever way you call the Triple Crown, whether you call it the Monaco Grand Prix or the Formula 1 World Championship. But he's got both of them under his belt, and the Indy 500, which he's going to try again with this year, next year with McLaren, and the Daytona 24. Well, wow, that would be a haul in the modern era.
The only thing that would be left for him would be Sebring. But, you know, to knock that one out, I mean, it's pretty impressive what this guy's